This isn't too bad. I look pretty good on there. My name is Judy McKee. I know that I started this whole journal business over and over and over again. And so all I can say to you is I'm starting again. I am a teacher, I am a trainer, and I retired, I don't know, a couple of years ago, really. I have been, of course, diddling around with the stuff in my life and trying to figure out a way. Should I write a book? What should I do with my life? I'm assisting at the league now. I do a lot of volunteer work. But the thing that I really miss is teaching. And there has been this little niggling in the back of my mind telling me all the time, oh, you should just be teaching on YouTube. Why don't you do a master class? Why don't you do something? And I always put it off and decided not to do it because I thought I actually wrote down in my journal today what I was thinking about that. I said, no, no, no. They're going to say, wait a minute. Are you crazy? They're going to say, who cares what you think? Or who do you think you are? But I read this line in a book that I'm reading that said, if you are avoiding responsibility, actually, it doesn't say that. It says, avoiding responsibility and stifled self expression is almost always the same thing. So I decided maybe I'm shirking my responsibility. Maybe I should teach. Lots of people say I should still do something on the internet. And so here I go. I'm going to start, and I'm going to start now. And I was looking in my journal today and it said, well, what would I tell people first of all? Well, I guess you ought to know a little bit about me, and I'm going to make it very short. Although during my journal, you'll see that I write down about different parts of my life that have taught me lessons. Now, I don't even like the word lessons. It's just that your mind goes crazy, doesn't it? I mean, your thoughts run your life. So since your thoughts are running your life, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? Um, my mother once said to me, if you think you're so smart, you've got another thing coming. Now, I was afraid when I heard that, when she said it. But now I realize I could think something new. I could think something different. But I'm no great scholar. I don't have a college degree in anything. I have done many careers. I was a dental assistant, and then I was a singer in cocktail bars for years until I met the one. And then I started to sell real estate, and I was very good at it. I even bought some, but I started helping other people get their real estate. But I was taught by these people who had all these schemes and trickery and how you speak to people and how you act about urgency and all these things. And I hated that. I wanted to be natural. I wanted people to like me, of course. So I started treating them differently, and I became a very high producer. And that was very helpful because my intention at the time was putting my 3 kids a year apart through college, and that cost a lot of money. So in those days, I wrote down a few things in my journals, but I wasn't as, centered on that. And, but I did write down my daily goals, and I wrote down things like that helped me. But the point that I really want to make is I did what I wanted to do then, and I'm doing what I want to do now. I realized one day the only thing I ever do is what I wanted to do. Now, maybe I'm justifying some of the things that I did that were bad. So I justified it by blaming somebody else, but I really only did what I really wanted to do. And in doing this, of course, I have some fears, that people will think I'm a nutcase. I have that fear, but I'm going to dump it. I'm dumping it now. And I also wanted to show you some of the things that I've done in my journals that really helped me to have a better life. And I have an absolutely dream life. I mean, people would like to have my life. But when I started out in real estate, I didn't know how to sell anything. I didn't even know people didn't like salespeople. I mean, I didn't even know that. I came from a family, a wonderful family of laborers. My father worked for MGM as a painter. My mother was a telephone operator. You know, there was no one in my family who ever went into sales, but I did. And I did it because I needed a lot of money. And I don't know what gave me the confidence, but you'll probably hear me say this over and over again because I say it in a lot of my journal pages, which is the only thing about me that I would absolutely, go to the mattresses over is I do my homework. That's all. If someone gives me an idea on how to clear my mind, I will use it. If it works, I keep it. If it doesn't work, I dump it. I love to write. I love, love, love to write. I don't like to edit, but I love to write. And so I said, well, what am I going to say to these people? Well, I guess I ought to say, in case anyone hears me or listens to me or watches the video, that I believe in certain things. So this is what I wrote in my journal today. I believe in love. I do. I believe in love. In fact, I actually believe God is love, that every single thing that happens in the world is happening because somebody loved it. I mean, a building outside of my condominium was built because someone loved it. They wanted to do it, and they did it. I believe in miracles. I believe in things happening like that can change your life in an instant. I do believe in that. And it happens to me all the time. Sometimes I'm not even aware of it until I go look back and go, wow, wait a minute. I was just thinking that. And then it happened. I think those are miracles. You can call them whatever you wish. I believe in the soul. Now, what I mean by the soul is I mean that part of you that actually knows what's going on all the time. That part of you, the spirit, the part of you that's watching, like my part is right now watching me do this and saying, go, 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 Judy. And that part of me is the creative part. The soul creates what you think. So if I think, oh, I'm going to fall flat on my face here, the soul says, like the universe says, okay. I know it's too hard to get sometimes, but I think that it's true. I've been proving it for 80 years. All right. I believe in connection. I believe we're all connected, all of us, every single person, every single thing in the world, every tree, every animal, everything is the thing. There's only one thing, and that's all those things. They're all connected. I actually believe that. And I know that the only time I ever get into trouble is when I think I'm separated from someone else or something else. When I think I'm separated. I learned that in a book called A Course in Miracles. Separation's not real. No, it isn't. We're doing that. But anyway, we'll talk more about that in my journal. I believe that the universe always says yes. Boy, this is a wonderful expression. I'm trying to remember who said it to me first, but it was something I read or saw, or I was in a webinar or a seminar somewhere. And someone said, the universe always says yes. And what that meant to me and has meant to me ever since is that, yeah, the universe doesn't care what I want. The universe just gives me whatever I want. So if I want to be miserable, I guess the universe will help out right away because there is this impersonal universe like gravity. You could be a really good person and you could take a pen, you could take a pen here and I could be really a good person, but I don't want the pen to drop. But if I let go of it, it's going to fall. If I'm a really bad person and I don't want the pen to fall, but I let go of it, it falls as well. So you see, gravity is always there, always working. So I believe that we are all connected and that the universe always says yes. And I have been writing things down about that for so many years. I can't even, I mean, when next time I do this, I'm going to line up all those journals so you can see how many there are. And each time I open the journal, I will not look at what date it is. I will not look at what time it is, because I'm still learning these lessons. I do believe I'm learning some old lessons at a better level than I was then. I know more now. I'm older, supposedly wiser. I know this, for instance, I give you a lesson for today. Walk throughout the whole day and all day long, whenever you can think of it, say, I am healthy, wealthy, and wise. I am healthy, wealthy, and wise, no matter what it looks like. That's a very, very old expression. And yet it's so short, it's so easy. Just say it, because the universe always says, yes, you will be healthy, you will be wealthy, and you will be wise. All right. Now, the universe can handle everything. So today I'm starting. I said to myself, well, what am I going to do? When am I going to start? And I wrote down here, teach on YouTube, something, anything, start now. Yeah. Can I have self-expression on YouTube? I guess I can. Can I teach without making others wrong? That's what I really want to do. I mean, it's really great to be right. I mean, let's face it, we all want to be right. Being right is the best thing in the whole world. But I've learned over time that sometimes when I'm being right, other people are being made wrong. And that will never, ever work. Write that down. Don't make other people wrong or stupid. And understand that there's only one place to start anything, and that's right here. Because there is no time. I can't explain time. I can't explain God. I can't explain the universe. But I know for sure that what I think happens out here. That doesn't mean I said, don't take me wrong, I didn't say I make anything. In other words, I could put my hand here. Where's my hand? There it is. I could put my hand here and say, I'll make something, but I can't make anything. But I can think about anything, and that soul that I was talking about creates it. I don't have to create it, and I don't know how. I don't know how. I only know I write it down, and before you know it, something happens about it. If you look at your life very carefully, you could start your journal today, or pick up a book that's empty and write down, this is what I want. I think the hardest part for people is knowing what they want. You can meet somebody and they say, oh, I wish I had the love of my life. Well, do you want that? Well, it has to be a guy who's like this or that. And I say, oh, so you know what you want. What is it that you want? Let's face it, we want somebody to love us. Well, everybody wants that. So I'm going to share some of my journal pages, and I'm going to enjoy doing it every minute. Now, I probably will only do it when my hair looks as good as this, because I still have stuff about looking good or being old. So I'm just going to say I am healthy, I am wealthy, and I am wise. And what I want you to do is say that same thing today. Write it down in your journal, or start a journal, or at least listen. It's going to be fun, because I'm fun. I love to have fun. I don't like anything that isn't fun. My housekeeper came over last week, and she said something to me about, I wish I could have, or I don't have this, or I don't have that. I said, don't you understand that the universe always says yes? She said, well, I can't afford a house. I said, well, then the universe agrees with you. And she went, what? And I said, well, you said I can't afford a house. So the universe says you can't afford a house. And that's okay with the universe, because the universe isn't personal. But if you turn around and say to the universe, look, you know what I want? I want a house. I want a nice house, 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, a really nice place to live in a nice location. That's what I want. I want to bring up my children in a very nice place. I want to live there. I want to own it. I'll take care of it. But that's what I want, universe. I want a house. I will do the part about making it a home. And she said, that's all you have to do. And I said, that's right. It's so easy. And then add to that, everything always turns out all right for me. I'm healthy, I'm wealthy, and I'm wise. All right, that's all I have to say on our first opener. So I hope you'll come along with me. I'm going to open old journal pages. I've got them all over the place here. They look something like this. Where's one? See? Journal. I don't know what is on this page. Let's look and see what it says. My story. Oh, yeah. This is about telling a story about your life. So you see, I've got stuff written down that helped me to see, what am I thinking? What am I saying? What am I doing? And guess what? My mother was right. I've got another think coming, and so do you. I'll see you next time. This is Judy McKee live on YouTube about journaling your life to a better experience. We are going to have a good time. Well, I am for sure going to have a good time. And you know how I know that? Because I'm going to create the good time. All right. I'll see you next time. I don't know when it's going to be. I'm going to try to figure out how I could do this on a definite time so you can come live. It will probably be on Friday mornings because I usually look good on Friday mornings or Saturday morning. Saturday mornings. This is Saturday morning. Yeah, because I had my hair done yesterday. Okay. Gosh, I love you. And I love doing this. I don't know if you can see it in my eyes. If you can see it in my eyes, you will see how happy I am to finally do what the universe has been nudging me, picking on me, poking me. Judy, go do it. Go do it. So I'm doing it. All right. Who knows? I'll do it again next time. And I'll have the chat open so that you can write to me if you want to. Okay. See you next time. This is Judy McKee. Bye-bye.